The UK faces a grim reality. The streets, once bustling with life, now echo with a sense of unease and fear. Racially motivated attacks are surging, leaving communities in distress and individuals feeling unsafe in their own neighbourhoods. The UK Home Office reports a disturbing trend, highlighting the growing menace of hate crimes that threaten the social fabric. Hate crimes have doubled in the last 5 years, a stark reminder of the deep-seated issues that need urgent addressing. This spike in violence affects communities across the nation, creating an atmosphere of tension and mistrust among people. From verbal abuse to physical assaults, the impact is devastating, leaving scars that are both visible and invisible. The rise of online hate speech amplifies the problem, spreading toxic ideologies and emboldening perpetrators. It normalizes prejudice and incites violence, creating a dangerous cycle that is hard to break. This surge in hate demands urgent attention from all sectors of society, including policymakers, law enforcement, and community leaders. We cannot ignore the fear and insecurity plaguing communities as it erodes the very essence of social harmony. Addressing this crisis requires a multi-pronged approach involving education, policy changes, and community engagement. Law enforcement, government, and civil society must collaborate to create effective solutions and foster a culture of respect and inclusion. Silence is not an option. We must speak out and take action against hate. We must actively challenge racism in all its forms, promoting unity and understanding to build a better future for all. The recent attack on a British Asian family in East London shook the nation to its core, leaving many in disbelief and horror. The family's car was vandalized, with windows shattered and tires slashed, rendering it unusable. Their home was pelted with eggs, leaving a mess that was both physically and emotionally distressing. Racist slurs were spray-painted on their front door, a blatant display of hatred and bigotry. The perpetrators were a group of teenagers acting out in a manner that shocked the community. The youngest among them was just 12 years old, highlighting the troubling involvement of youth in such acts. This incident sparked outrage and fear, leading to community protests and calls for justice. It highlighted the vulnerability of minority communities, who often feel unsafe in their own neighborhoods. The attack was a stark reminder that racism thrives even in seemingly tolerant communities, lurking beneath the surface. The victims, deeply traumatized, spoke out about their harrowing experience, hoping to bring about change. Their courage in sharing their story ignited a national conversation on racism and discrimination. This incident underscored the urgent need for action, education, and justice, prompting many to demand systemic changes to prevent such acts in the future. This attack is abhorrent and cowardly. We will increase police presence in affected areas. Tougher penalties for hate crimes will be implemented.
Education is key. We need greater awareness and understanding of Islamophobia.
These condemnations are crucial, but words alone are not enough. Concrete actions are needed. We need to see a real commitment to tackling the root causes of racism. This includes addressing racial disparities in education, housing, and employment. Section 4. Combating hatred, seeking justice. The UK government has announced new initiatives. Funding for hate crime units will increase. Educational programs promoting tolerance will be implemented in schools. These steps, while welcome, are just the beginning. More comprehensive measures are needed. Law enforcement agencies need better training. They must be equipped to deal with hate crimes effectively. Social media companies need to take responsibility. They must do more to combat online hate speech. Justice must be served. Perpetrators of hate crimes must be held accountable. Section 5. United against racism. Community solidarity is paramount. We must stand together against racism. Grassroots organizations are on the front lines. They provide support to victims of hate crimes. They organize workshops and events promoting tolerance.
These organizations need our support. Volunteer your time, donate to their cause, speak out against racism, challenge prejudice whenever you encounter it. Our collective action can make a difference.
Section 6. Systemic Roots, Lasting Solutions. In this section, we delve into the deep-seated issues that plague our society and explore sustainable solutions.
Racism is deeply ingrained in our institutions, affecting every aspect of life from education to employment. It manifests in subtle and overt ways, often going unnoticed, but causing significant harm. Addressing these systemic issues is crucial for long-term solutions. Community leaders play a vital role in initiating these conversations. We need to dismantle structural racism by challenging and changing discriminatory laws and practices. This requires a fundamental shift in our policies and practices, ensuring they promote equality and justice. We need to create a society where everyone has equal opportunities, regardless of their background. A society where diversity is celebrated, not feared, and where everyone feels valued and included. The fight against racism is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires patience, persistence, and resilience. It demands our unwavering commitment and collective effort to bring about meaningful change. Let us strive for a future free from hate, where love and unity prevail over division and discrimination.